The 13th Warrior is a 1999 American historical fiction action film based on Michael Crichton's 1976 novel Eaters of the Dead, which is a loose adaptation of the tale of Beowulf combined with Ahmed ibn Fadlan's historical account of the Volga Vikings. It stars Antonio Banderas as Ahmed ibn Fadlan, as well as Diane Venora and Omar Sharif. It was directed by John McTiernan. Crichton directed some uncredited reshoots. The film was produced by McTiernan, Crichton, and Ned Dowd, with Andrew G. Vajna, James Bigham and Ethan Dubrow as executive producers. Production and marketing costs reputedly reached $160 million, but it grossed $61 million at the box office worldwide, making it one of the biggest box office bombs in history and the biggest one of 1999. With losses of up to $129 million. Storyline. Ahmed ibn Fadlan is a court poet of the Abbasid Caliph al-Muqtadir of Baghdad until his amorous encounter with the wife of an influential noble gets him exiled as an ambassador to the Volga Bulgars. Traveling with his father's old friend, Melchizedek, his caravan is saved from Tatar raiders by the appearance of Norsemen. Taking refuge at their settlement on the Volga River, communications are established through Melchizedek and Herger, a Norseman who speaks Greek. From Herger, the two learn that the celebration being held by the Northmen is in fact a funeral for their recently deceased king. Herger also introduces them to one of the king's sons, Beowulf. Ahmed and Melchizedek then witness a fight in which Beowulf kills his brother in self-defense, which establishes Beowulf as heir apparent, followed by the Viking funeral of their dead king, cremated together with a young woman who agreed to accompany him to Valhalla. The next day, a young prince named Wulfgar enters the camp requesting Beowulf's aid. His father's kingdom in the far north is under attack from an ancient evil so frightening that even the bravest warriors dare not name it. The Angel of Death, a Volva, wise woman, determines the mission will be successful if 13 warriors go to face this danger, but that the 13th must not be a Norseman. Ahmed is recruited against his will. Ahmed is initially treated indifferently by the Norsemen, who mock his perceived physical weakness and his small Arabian horse. However, he earns a measure of respect by quickly learning their language through careful observation, a demonstration of horsemanship, and his ability to write. Beowulf, already a polyglot, asks Ahmed to teach him how to write in Arabic, cementing their goodwill towards one another and recognizing Ahmed's analytic nature as an asset to their quest. Reaching King Hrothgar's kingdom, they confirm that their foe is indeed the ancient Wendel, fiends who come with the mist to kill and take human heads. While the group searches through a raided cabin, they find a Venus figurine, said to represent the mother of the Wendel. On their first night, Hyglak and Ragnar are killed. In a string of clashes, Beowulf's band gradually deduce that the Wendel are human cannibals clothed to look like bears, who live like bears and think of themselves as bears. Their numbers dwindling, having also lost Skeld, Halga, Ronath, and Rethel, and their position all but indefensible, they consult an ancient Volva of the village. She tells them to track the Wendel to their lair and destroy their leaders, the mother of the Wendel, and their warlord who wears the horns of power. Beowulf and the remaining warriors infiltrate the Wendel cave complex and kill the mother, but not before Beowulf is scratched deeply across the shoulder by her poisoned claw-like fingernail. Ahmed and the last of the Norse warriors return to the village, but without Helfdane, who opts to stay behind and fight, to prepare for a last stand. Beowulf staggers outside before the battle and inspires the warriors with a Viking prayer for the honored dead who will enter Valhalla. Beowulf succeeds in killing the Wendel warlord, causing their defeat before succumbing to the poison. Ahmed witnesses Beowulf's royal funeral and before returning to his homeland, grateful to the Norsemen for helping him to become a man and a useful servant of God. He is seen at the movie's end writing down the tale of his time with them. Did you know? The Vikings' disparate armor can be explained by the Norse tradition of taking the armor of a vanquished foe. It was also a display of status in Norse society. The nicer the armor, the higher the position. Helga appears to have a Roman gladiator's helmet. Dennis Storhoy almost drowned during the underwater section. Antonio Banderas jumped into the water and pulled him out of the water and saved his life. Adapting Beowulf for his novel and then for this movie, Michael Crichton changed some of the original names for ones that sounded similar. Beowulf is here named Beowulf, Hygelac becomes Hygelac, the Grendel transformed into the Wendel, etc. Although rumors persist that this was one of the most expensive movie flops ever, with a budget of $160 million, the producers claimed it actually cost $90 million before marketing. The movie grossed $32,698,900 in the US and $61,702,600 worldwide. One of the Viking ships used in the movie is now in the Norwegian pavilion in the Epcot Center at Walt Disney World, where it is used as a playground for kids. Disney owns Touchstone Pictures. See you later.